incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Harden can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And the basket by Curry.
And I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
They grab their own miss. On the wing, Harden. He has 5. Count it, good. And it's the Warriors' ball. It's a 5-point game. Shot up 2 there.
And I like the aggressiveness of Iguodala. I mean, remarkable at taking it all the way to the rack.
The shot's good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Now here's Iguodala. Pass to Green. Let's go. Here's Barnes. Curry outside. Good on the trip. Curry's got 5 points so far.
And Kevin, that 3 ball with Curry dead. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, at what angle, or how deep.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
You know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5. Hands it from downtown.
With just stellar court vision by Bogut. Sees the defense is unbalanced and then finds the open man. How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
You really don't want to allow him to get too comfortable, but even with stifling defense, he's going to still find a way to get it in the basket.
And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
And here are the Warriors now. Following the 3 by Houston. And that one's good. Green.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Down low. It's stolen by Bogut. And Green slams it in.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
McLemore. No good on that one. Curry with the defensive effort. The drive by Green. And Green slams it in.
Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
Green with the ball. Now defended by McLemore. Back to Curry. It's stolen by Green. Here's Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Pass to Thompson. Back to Curry. Intercepted. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Shots good by McLemore.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Back to Livingston. It's stolen by Green. Pull up Shane, and he nails the jumper. Green's got his first 2 points of the night. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Hey, Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there was no on-court workout, so it was totally different from today.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
The creativity of an artist, that's what Harden has. An excellent decision maker, too. Comfortable at pulling from right here.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Iguodala. Following the miss by Austin Rivers. Count it. Iguodala's got his second basket of the night.
You just can't give Iguodala these looks. He's too experienced and crafty down low.
Here's Harden. It's in. He's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
It's Iguodala with the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. Iguodala's got 4 points this quarter. Houston leading by 4. Here's Harden. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
All Harden needs is a little separation. Once the screen comes his way, he's looking to pull up.
The deep three from Thompson. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing often like that.
You know, at this point in his career, Austin Rivers has proven how deadly he can be as a weapon guard off the bench.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I like the energy that Rivers comes in with. I mean, he pushes the tempo and looks for a shot as well. And I think he can play either guard spot effectively.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, and they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And it's the Warriors with the ball. They trail by 7. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
What a family of shooters the Currys are. Dell, Seth, Steph, they can all shoot the lights out, but if you have a family three-point contest, I think I'd have to go with this man here. I think I'm going with Steph.
Here's Harden, and the rejection by Curry. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Yeah, and you see how Steph altered his pace there. Sometimes it looks like he isn't moving at all, and then bam, he goes warp speed.
Here's Harden. Nice D for Bogut.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here in the second quarter, just in the 3.5 minutes played, it's Curry with the drive. Barbosa's shot is off.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Covington wide open, he fires. Misses off the right iron. Right side Curry. The kick out to Barnes. Outside Curry. From deep. Rebound by House.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Count the basket. And now it's an 8-point Rocket lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Shot opportunity. The putback. And it is good. The buzzer. Wow. And so it's Houston with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside. That's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration, even for a nanosecond.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The level of nuance in the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk. You haven't talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
Coming off a big game. His confidence couldn't be higher. The coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Harden's shot is good.
Love the speed with which Harden gets his shot off. Timing his release beautifully off the pass. Nice stuff.
Barnes outside. Curry wide open. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Westbrook, no good. It's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. It's a 14-point game.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play. Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
To the inside. Tucker. Huntington trying to break free. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, no matter how you feel about James Harden, you've got to respect his love for the game. I mean, he absolutely lives and breathes basketball. That passion has driven him to become the player he is today.
They have been more dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
That's Johnson.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy two. For sure, two. No need to make it fancy or special.
Here's Green. He's got 11. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And Clark, last year, Harden was quoted in saying, most players don't really love basketball.
I don't know about most. That seems a bit extreme. Maybe he feels that they don't love it as much as he does, which certainly you could understand. But I can say that very few players have the drive and determination to improve their game the way Harden has. That's part of why he's been an MVP.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Houston leading by 11. Here's Westbrook. Makes good on a step-back jumper. Westbrook's got 18 points.
From that in-between range, they've been a much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Over in the corner, Green. Three-pointer. And Balamute pulls it in.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Offense here are the Warriors. Barnes looking around. Back to Livingston. Bogut down low. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And really aggressive inside. Bogut making a strong move.
On the wing, Green. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the third. The drive by Green. Tries again. Barnes outside. 5 on the clock. The three. Barbosa. The shot misses. And Houston the other way. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Westbrook. No good from 18.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
And Green gets it to go. Houston leading by 10. Houston shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. First one falls for. Good on both. There's 10 seconds left in the third. Second chance shot. Oh, and that buzzer beater's good. And so it's Houston going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back right after this. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Here's Rivers. A three-pointer is right on target.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Here's Green. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Rivers can't get it to go. Outside, Green. Back to Curry. It's stolen by Green. To the paint. It's stolen by Curry. Thompson for three. The Rockets pull it in. Right side, Westbrook. With the shot. And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Rockets lead by 13.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not let the gift portion them out.
Timeout call.
Austin Rivers, since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. He might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Alder.
Hey guys, well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. We're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. They're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Here's Thompson. Pass to Green. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either a point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you can see him being a top-level sixth man for the rest of his career.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Rivers hits both of them. Clark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of... They could play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook coming out.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Barnes, right side. Just 5 to shoot. Poked loose. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. They get a hand on it. And the Warriors with possession here. Thompson from long range. Good D by Harden.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's House. Green with the block.
Green takes great pride in his defense now. He loves the 9 shots at the rim and playing bigger than his 6'8" frame would lead you to believe.
Curry outside. Good. It's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Harden. Pass to House. And there's the call on Curry. That's his third foul of the game. Out to the right wing. Harden surveying the D. 5 to shoot.
Well, this is why Draymond usually makes the all-defensive team. Just a major disruptor out there. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect pass break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Pass to House. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Curry's got 20 points.
Boy, Curry's so quick, so crafty. I mean, his combination of craftiness and quickness, really hard to contain.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shot, that lead's going to expand.
109 left in the fourth quarter. Houston leading by 8. It's Harden with the drive.
It's always awesome to watch Harden do his thing. I mean, he's so good with the ball. Fantastic at going straight into the contact on his drive. Excellent.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And both free throws good for James Harden. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice to system.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Now, here's Tucker. Makes it off the glass.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
.26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harden with it. Now Green defending. Basket good.
Yeah, a volume shooter, and Harden is aggressive and assertive at really trying to jumpstart himself. And when he does, watch out.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
So we see Houston taking the W here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what...
Where that boy at? Ooh, that boy was out there. Yeah. Stop playing. Harden was like, Harden didn't even miss.